Welcome to the Redirect Podcast. My name is Abigail Freshley.
And I'm Emily Rojas. The Redirect Podcast is a show where we shift the conversation back to books. We discuss themes from some of our favorite books and how those themes show up in our real experiences.
On today's episode, we are checking in with unpopular book opinions.
Spicy. But before we get started, we would love for you to support our show in a few simple ways. We're very humbly coming before you and asking you, if you like the show, to just go leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and let us know how much you love the show.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Redirect Podcast. And if you really, really like the show, you can share the show with a friend. Sharing our show with a friend is by far the best way to help us grow our community of book-loving nerds. If you're new here, some of you are new here, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
And we also want to hear from you. This summer, what kind of things do you want to hear on our podcast? What's your favorite book? Do you want us to book club it? What do you want us to read? What do you want us to discuss?
So true.
I feel like we're kind of in a season
where of the people.
We could use some suggestions, some suggesties.
Yeah, I know. I feel like the problem is there's so many new good books coming out that we want a book club that it's like you forget there are actually other topics to discuss. Because I feel like for a while we're in like a drought where there was no new books to book club.
Yeah.
And now it's like that's all we do. But if there's other topics or older books, we're always open. So
we're down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today we were texting and we were like, what should we do for this episode? And then I was like, let's do unpopular book opinions. Like it was like the first time we'd ever done it. Like it's like so like new and fresh. And then I realized we had already done that. And the way I realized that, oh my God, we'll have to tell the listeners this. Okay. The way I realized that is because I was looking on Reddit for unpopular book opinion threads. Mm-hmm. And I found one we had already used. And I was like, because one of the controversial opinions was really funny to me. And it was, I actually really like all the descriptions of whales in Moby Dick.
Yeah. I remember that in The Giving Tree. There were some really funny comments about that.
Yes. Yes, totally. But okay, so then I was like, I'm going to make a post and I'm going to I was like, let me go to reading, like the reading subreddit. So I go on there and I'm like, hey guys, I'm looking for your spiciest, most controversial book opinions. What are you afraid to say out loud in a group of book lovers? It could be a book you don't like, you do like, or just an opinion about reading. And then like eye emoji. And like book emoji. And then I'm like, let me see what's like getting upvoted in this thread. And I like go to check on it a few minutes later. And I realize I have posted in the Reading, Pennsylvania community subreddit.
So funny. It is so funny. That would haunt me.
The mods quickly removed my post.
I bet that happens a lot. Come on.
It was so funny to me. I'm like,
sorry guys.
Like how earnest and eager I was like, this is going to be a
fun
really popular post. But the good news is I did find a good thread that we could harvest some unpopular. So we got some from listeners.
Yeah.
But we also have a post in our books. That's safer, I would say.
That seems more. There's not a Books Pennsylvania to my knowledge.
Anyways, before we get into it, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I'm in kind of a reading slump right now. And you know what it is? Sometimes you're in a reading slump because you read a really bad book and you're like, ugh, that was such a slog. Sometimes, which is me right now, you're in a reading slump because you read too many good books in a row. And now I'm like, everything I start seems mid and I just have no desire to read something mid after I've just been crushing really good books.
Dude, I know. I feel like March, I was like, because I posted on, I'm just like a self-plug here, at Fabigail on Blue Sky. I posted like my March reading wrap up.
Yeah.
And it was like the lowest that I rated something in March was like 3.75.
Yeah.
But like it was like 5 stars.
I think mine were all 4 and above. Yeah. It was a great month.
It was a good month. I'm looking back. I'm like,
I was on a high.
And Normal People, Shark Heart.
Yes.
Real Americans. Careless People, which is a banger.
Yeah.
Sunrise and the Reaping,
Yeah, obviously 5 stars.
So
yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can get out of it maybe. So I just got a couple holds in on Libby, so I have hope anyways. But that's where I'm at with my reading. I'm just like, I went on too much of a tear of like really excellent, enjoyable books. And yeah, it's ruining me.
Well, we have My Great Big Beautiful Life right around the corner.
Can't even talk about that. Yes.
And if you have any recommendations for Emily, hit us up.
Send me your
at Redirect Podcast.
At Redirect
Emily
Podcast.
Rojas Reads.
I do need it. I thought about reading just like, because I'm right now I'm 3 books ahead on my goal, right? I at one point was like 8 books ahead. Now I'm 3. I want to keep the advantage though. Yeah, I want to keep that advantage. So I was like, should I just read I was talking to my friend Allie on Voxer. And I was like, have you ever read Frida McFadden? Because I'm like, I think her books are genuinely not good. Okay. I want to be on the record. She just kind of rips off other people. Like they're stupid, but you can read them in like 1 hour or an hour and a half. I mean, they're so short and stupid. Not
good, but like enjoyable.
Like beef up your numbers. Yeah. It's like when people look, my brother does this all the time. He will drink like a meal replacement shake instead of a real meal. That's what Frida McFadden's books are. Anyways, so I was like, should I just dig into a book like that I know I can sit down and read in one sitting very easily, even though it's not going to be good? Anyways, I haven't done that yet, but maybe I will. Okay.
Well, I saw it because she was like, Frida McFadden?
That got me. Yeah. So, send me your recommendations. If you have something that's actually good, but also that I can read in one sitting that will really hook me in, I will take that as a rec.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Do you have any unpopular book opinions before we go to our listeners / Reddit? Oh, sorry. Do you want me to say mine? Because I thought about this.
Yeah, say yours. Because I kind of didn't think about mine, or that I haven't. What I haven't already shared.
I know. Okay, here's one that I thought about today. I actually like and prefer and want to keep illustrated romance novel covers. I know people don't really like them.
People don't like them? Okay.
I think people don't like them because they're like, oh, you're like, what if your 12-year-old picks them up because they are so cute, and then they're like doing nasty things on the inside, but the characters on the front are cute. I don't care about that. I'm sorry. If your kid is going to the adult fiction romance shelf in Barnes & Noble and you're not vetting what they're reading, that's on you. Problem. That's on you. That's not on the characters on the front. So yeah, that's my unpopular opinion. I don't know if it actually is super unpopular or if people agree with me, but I see a lot of people be like, oh, I hate these stupid, cartoon character romance novel covers. I like them and want them to keep them around. And I think more books should be like that. Illustrate your covers.
Right. Tell me what's inside.
Yeah.
Without also embarrassing me.
Yeah. It's like a shorthand.
Right.
It's like a shorthand. Yes.
I don't know if this is like that controversial.
Yeah.
But I was just at like a long work event and I was doing something with one of my coworkers and we were talking about music. And we're talking about like popular things are popular because they're good.
Yeah.
It's like fine to like the most popular romantasy book.
I think that's good too.
It's fine. Like you like it because you like it. It's popular because it's good.
Yeah.
You're not better than anybody because you only read lit fic.
That's true. No, I agree. Obviously.
You know what I mean? Like
that's our known stance on this pod, I think, that you should like what you like, unless it's Colleen Hoover. And I'm starting to become that way with Abby Jimenez. I'm starting to have a short leash with both of them. If you like them, I don't know if you should be here. I'm such a hater. I don't know. I just don't like her. I think she has a new book out, so I keep seeing people talk about it. And I have only read one book by her, but it was just one of the least enjoyable romances I've ever read. So,
yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, like
I have a question about something else about books. That's controversial.
Okay, sure. Tell me.
What do you think is the threshold for what you should have lived through to be able to write a memoir?
Are you because of that influencer girl who hired a good ghostwriter? Are you on that side of book talk drama? Okay, so there's this influencer girl. I have never heard of her, but she has a book coming out. I think her name's like Tinks or something. Hold on. She has a book coming out called Hotter in the Hamptons. Yeah, her name is Tinks. It's called Hotter in the Hamptons, and she she is straight. And my understanding is that this book is a queer romance. It has come out that it is written by a ghostwriter, and she has kind of like not admitted to that. And then she did go on a podcast, I think, and said like, oh, well, I'm not queer, so in order to like capture the queer experience, I had help from a ghostwriter who is queer.
But you're the one making money off of it?
Yes, which is extremely common. Like, first of all, that's extremely common for if an influencer is releasing a book, 99% of the time they did not write the book, you know, or at least they had help.
Like, she's okay.
But yeah, she did not say this was written. At first, she didn't say anything, and then some people started digging on like TikTok, like, hey, I'm pretty sure a ghostwriter wrote this. Like, the way she's promoting it is kind of weird. And then combined with having a ghostwriter, and then now she's kind of like downplaying this ghostwriter person and being like, well, she's just helping me, you know, because I just don't know that experience. Anyways, I thought that's why you brought that question up.
No, I did not bring that up. But also, so that's really interesting, and I'm happy to learn that drama.
Yes.
I was talking about specifically memoirs.
Oh, okay.
Like what should you have lived through to be able to write a memoir?
Oh, like how much of your life?
Like when should we?
Or what kind of thing?
Like, okay, I guess it could be multiple. There could be multiple options. It could be like, you've lived this long.
Yeah.
Or you've lived through this much. Mm-hmm. Like, because I guess like whatever. Anyone can do what they want. Anyone can write a memoir. But I'm saying like if we were in charge.
Okay.
What would we say? Because
sorry, yeah. I missed the memoir part of your question. But yeah.
Right. Like, I think there's like lots of like influencers, for instance, who like write memoirs, and they do, and they make money, and that's fine. I'm not reading it.
Okay.
Being on Bachelor Nation, does that credential you to write a memoir?
I'm going to ask you this, and while I think about that, Smooch, Marry, Kill, influencer writing a memoir, influencer writing a ghost-written rom-com, or influencer writing a cookbook. And let me think about what they need to have lived through.
I'm going to marry influencer writing a cookbook.
Okay, yeah.
That's fine to me.
Yeah, agree.
I'm going to smooch memoir, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm going to kill. Like, I think if you're going to have a ghostwriter, then it should be writing a nonfiction book. Because you have the idea or the concept of something you want to talk about, but you don't have the skills to write.
Yeah, totally.
To me, that makes sense for like, okay, I want to share my ideas in a book.
Yeah.
I acknowledge I don't really have writing skills, but you're just paying someone to write a book in your name, like a story for entertainment. That doesn't really feel
weird. Yeah. I agree. I think you picked right. Okay, so to answer your original question.
Wait, what about you? You agree?
No, I agree. Yeah, I think that's spot on. I think I think if you've been on The Bachelor, you should not write a memoir ever. That should be illegal. That if you're on The Bachelor.
So we're just getting rid of that.
Yeah. Unless something separately crazy happens to you. But if your only thing is that you've been on The Bachelor, illegal. Like now, Rachel Lindsay's first memoir, which I actually really liked. I don't think she should have been allowed to write that though. But now that she's divorced, I would like the tea actually. And so I think she should be able to write one now. But before, she probably should not have been able to, in my law. So something else interesting to you has to happen.
There has to be at least one other interesting perspective.
Yes.
Because
that we don't already know. Yeah.
Is the memoir about your time on The Bachelor? Well, no, because I kind of want to know that.
If you're going to spill tea, you have to have at least...
Are you presenting new information?
Yes, at least three things that are brand new information.
Is what you're sharing in your memoir Googleable?
Yes.
Or
has someone else already spilled the tea on this on a podcast? Like, yeah, I don't care.
If it's not Googleable, then sure, you can put it in your memoir. And
yes. Here's the thing. We have not gotten a really good, juicy celebrity memoir in a while because people keep already just talking about things they already talked about. But you know what? Like the reason Prince Harry's really popped off is because he said so many crazy things that people did not already know.
That's our all-time most popular episode, right?
All time, yes, for now. Yes. And people wanted to know that stuff. Like it's not Googleable. It was stuff that the royal family, that's like should be the standards to me. The royal family, they never talk about stuff Like, to me, Jill Duggar, she did a memoir. Obviously, people liked that. But I don't feel like she spilled enough. I feel like she should have been axed,
There
too.
was perspective in her personal experience, but
Yes.
a lot of was already known.
Yeah, it was just kind of confirming some things, too, that was like, okay, people thought that was true, but now you're confirming it. But honestly, the threshold should be higher. It should be somewhere above Jill Duggar.
Right. And then, like, the other exception to me is, like, if you're not already famous and you decide to write a memoir, if you haven't, like, lived for a really long time, like, let's say you're, like, under 65.
Yeah.
Then you need to be writing it with a specific perspective and, like, focus.
Yes.
Like, Careless People, that was focused on this girl's time at Facebook.
Right.
Okay, you're not detailing, you're not chronicling every moment of your life.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to write a memoir about working on Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Or about
like educating.
working in the restaurant business. Yeah. She's lived. Okay,
I know.
She's lived life.
Or, okay, so you have to be a perspective, or you have to have how many, like, the childhood ACE scores?
Yes.
You have to have, like, above a certain threshold.
You have to have a high ACE score.
If you have a high one, you're good. Write that memoir.
All right, so just in summary, you either have, like, an ACE score over 7.
Yeah.
Okay. You have tea to spill that's not Googleable.
Yes, non-Googleable tea.
Or you're writing, if you're under 65, you're writing your memoir with a very specific perspective about something, narrow focus.
Yes.
And then if you're over 65, pop off, grandma.
Yeah, do whatever you want, honestly. I mean,
honestly, do whatever you want. Let your titties hang free.
And if you've been on The Bachelor, do not write a memoir. Don't write anything. Just go back to your job. Memoir,
go drink some flat tummy tea.
Yeah.
Stop. Just be quiet.
Stop writing books. Yeah.
Anyway.
And if your name is Tinks, I don't know.
And also don't hire, either write fiction because you're good at it, or don't hire a ghostwriter, or don't. But don't hire a ghostwriter to write your fiction book for you.
Well, yeah, like that's just the problem, I think, I feel like publishing these days. Like, they're probably recruiting an influencer to, I swear, mark my words, on God, Anna X on TikTok, the Starbucks girl, she is going to write a fiction book. Air quotes, write a fiction book. I would give it within the next 2 years.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
You don't know Anna, the Starbucks girl? She's blonde.
Dude.
Anna X.
No.
Please, when you look her up, please tell me you know what she is.
I Googled Anna X Starbucks girl.
I mean, that's how she started, was like going to Starbucks. Now she's just,
I
follow her.
Never seen this human being.
Well,
this is really shocking to me because you and me,
we're normally on the same page.
We got similar FYPs.
I know.
Not in this way.
Not in this way. Anyways, well, she has a pretty big TikTok influencer. In the past year, she has started posting about reading more when she never posted about that before. I'm telling you right now, she will be writing a fiction book and she will not have written it. That is the problem with today's society. Publishers are recruiting these influencers to write these books, and then they're having them ghostwritten by actual writers. So if you see that, don't be surprised. I just feel like it's interesting that people are reacting so strongly. I think it has to do with, obviously, this Tinks girl being straight and writing, like, a queer romance, but she didn't actually write it. I think that's, like, a cocktail.
Did she even have the idea?
Right, like we don't even know.
Did she come up with the plot?
Yeah. Or did this other writer pitch this book and they're like, hey, Tinks, say you wrote this. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just interesting to me, though, that there's been a lot of outrage about it because this is something that happens all the time, to be clear. So circle back to me when Anna announces her romance book that's going to be called something stupid, you know? Like Another Day, Another Falling in Love. Okay, let's get into the listeners' unpopular opinions.
Should we start with what we have from Reddit?
Yeah, start with Reddit.
Okay, so I've selected a few for your enjoyment.
Thank you.
And I have them in 3 categories. The first are ones that I think are correct opinions.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'll
let you react.
Okay.
To me, this is a correct opinion.
Okay.
This is on the subreddit R Books. A Little Life was torture porn, had no nuance, was exploitative, and I don't know how anyone read all 700 plus pages of it and found it entertaining.
Have you ever read A Little Life?
I have not. And because I know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know this without knowing it.
I won't write it. I won't read it.
And I won't.
Yeah.
And that's something for you to say because you like reading books to cry.
Yes. But, man, we were just talking about being emotionally manipulated. But I wanted to, like, be...
earned?
No, you know what I do like? I like angst with a happy ending, and that happy ending doesn't have to be like they live happily ever after, but it has to like I want to hurt the whole entire time, but I do want to end in a somewhat like okay place. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't get the feeling that that's what A Little Life is. Yeah.
If you guys disagree with our opinion, our sense and our intuition about A Little Life is that I don't want cheap sadness. Don't just like flog me with pain and torture. That's torture porn.
Yes. Don't just throw things in there to... Okay, for example, I just read a... Do I have to bring everything back to fan fiction? God help me. But I just read a fan fiction. I'm not going to get into it, but there was a happy ending.
Podcast where we shift the conversation back
it's
to
either Twilight or AO3. Those are your options. And we'll get to Twilight, I'm sure, by the end of this episode. Okay, I read this story and there was a happy ending, like in the whatever, the fic. But there's an alternate ending where one of the characters dies, and like horrifically. And I was of the opinion in this that the death was not earned because actually like the character who died was not like built up enough, and like their romance wasn't the main focus because there was like two separate parallel romances happening. And I just felt like this is just written to just be sad. And actually, I would have been fine if she had killed one of the other characters who was like more prominent. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to earn your sadness.
Your chest.
Yeah, like earn the sadness. Don't just write something just for the sake of being sad. And I feel like this is where we diverged a little bit initially. I don't know if you've come around since reading the book on One Day, where some people might think One Day, spoiler, her getting hit by a bus at the end is like a cheap, sad thing. I did not feel that way, but I could see how you could feel that way. Like, it's just thrown in there to make you
think that when I was a little younger, I felt that way. Now I don't. But
in the movie, I think too, it makes like that's a right read of the movie. I feel like the book does it a little better, but you know what I mean?
This is our problem with Coho.
This is our problem with Coho. Yes, she just throws the craziest, most
doing random shit just to do random shit.
Like, why am I reading this right now? Yes. Colleen Hoover is a great example of this. So that is my impression of A Little Life, and I won't read it.
Colleen Hoover episode if you want more hating.
Yeah. If you too are a Coho hater. Agree with A Little Life, and I won't read it.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you disagree, prove us wrong.
If you disagree, make an argument and I will read it. If you make a compelling argument, I'll read it. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is a long one, so I'm just going to do an excerpt here. Okay, this is still in the category of I agree.
Okay.
Controversial. I think it's obnoxious when a female character that's clearly a self-insert is described as scarily thin and in this sort of judgmental but also self-fetishizing tone. Of course there's nothing wrong with having thin characters, but it's annoying to have to read shit like her thin wrist feigned to pick up the cigarette for they were so pale and bony every 5 pages. I don't think you have to scream, this character is anorexic from the rooftops, but I also don't think it's good to have 1,000 references to her forgetting to eat, whoops, and refuse to prod at it any deeper. In fact, so many female-led books have to have this pathetic, weepy character that's insecure, but her description is like, her eyes were too big. Oh no, her Bambi eyes must be so ugly. And her thigh gap was so large and wide when she tried to put her head in her lap to cry, it fell straight through.
Yes.
Yes. No notes.
No notes. What can I say to add on to that other than female authors, stop inserting yourself into your female main characters. It's obvious and stupid.
Yeah, please be original.
I think what the key is you got to they should be sprinkling themselves around, sprinkle your character traits
around.
Don't just focus yourself into one person. Looking at you, Stephanie Meyer, with your personality-less Bella Swan.
Truly. She's so skinny. Okay. The next is I disagree.
Okay.
But
spicy.
But agree to disagree. I mean, yeah, I disagree, but
I respect the love of the game of hating.
Sure. Andy Weir is massively overrated, and you can't escape hearing about Project Hail Mary anywhere, especially this sub. Okay, also I chose this one because there's like sub drama. Okay, I love it.
Drama. Yes.
If you don't connect with the humor, then the book is basically unreadable, in my opinion. And how many more times do we have to hear about it? There's a post about Project Hail Mary every day, sometimes twice a day. I feel those posts should be removed for flooding the sub, and all of the recommend me a book posts the mods keep removing should be allowed to stay.
Wow.
That is shade to the mods.
They're like, let me use this opportunity to actually say what I hate the most about this sub.
Love it. Okay. The last category is crimes against humanity.
Oh, God. I love it.
Okay. While I don't do it myself, I don't see anything wrong with tearing a large paperback in half to make it easier to carry in your pocket. And then someone replied and said, if someone sat down next to me at a coffee shop with half a book, I would assume they were a suicide bomber. What do you mean? You're tearing the book in half. And you're bringing the first 200 pages with you in the back pocket of your Wranglers.
Okay. The funniest part. The funniest part to me about this is saying I don't do it myself, because that's crazy. Because where have you ever
seen it's giving you very much have done it yourself, because when have you ever seen a human do that? You're like, not me, but someone here might be kind of scared.
How do you feel about this? Just throwing it out there. Reactions? No. That's crazy. That is a crime against humanity. And that shit,
I know. Thank you. You understand why I made that category.
Like, ripping a paperback book in half? Just buy a Kindle, my guy. Like, what are you doing? And what do you do with it when you're done? Like,
I don't know. Okay, here's the last crime against humanity. There's one more. Okay. Someone said, I prefer dog earring to using bookmarks, which is insane. And to me, do you do that?
I prefer dog earring to using.
Oh my God.
Like, when are books if not meant to be a little bit damaged? Yeah, I do dog ear all my books.
Oh, I hate that. I hate it. And then someone said, someone said, fun fact, Dante never actually finished the Inferno. He was going to add a 10th level of hell for people who do shit like this, but got caught up with other projects.
Wow, I guess I'm damned. Yeah, no, I don't like bookmarks, because where do you what do you put them? If you're out and about, where do you put the bookmarks? I don't know.
In the book.
Well, that's stupid. I just dog-eared
at the beginning of the book, and then you just take it, and then it's just...
All of my books are dog-eared, for sure. That I own, for sure. Unless it has like it's a hardback with a
dust jacket?
Thank you, a dust jacket. Then
I don't like doing that to my dust jackets, because I want them to stay like...
Oh, no.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. What do we have from Instagram?
Okay, from Instagram, we have Pages and Paces, who said... I actually think if we had to categorize, both the ones we got submitted through Instagram are correct opinions, in my opinion. So they said, authors need to start selling us stories again and not just tropes.
Come on,
Speak on it.
Do art. Be art. Do art.
Yes. And marketing, like, people need to start marketing books as books again, not just tropes as well. Yeah.
I think that tropes are, like, if you enjoy tropes, that's fine. I think that's crafts, not art. Like, there's arts and crafts.
Yeah.
I think, for instance, like, I like doing crafts at home.
Yeah.
And they're crafts because I'm following instructions.
Yeah.
Or making a copy of something. Or I'm just kind of, there's no perspective. I'm just like putting elements together.
Exactly.
To create a finished product. And that's called crafting.
Yeah.
And then I'm not.
But you're not art. I'm not making art.
Painting. I'm not like trying to convey an emotion or a message through my crochet. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm following a pattern. So like, there's arts and crafts, and I think really, really tropey books, while enjoyable and serving a purpose, I think that crafting is fun. I like looking at people's crafts online, cool, but it's not art, it's crafts.
Totally. And I think this is when I talk about the fanfictionification of romance books, like if you just want to read specific tropes, literally just go on AO3 and you can read them for free, and you can filter down by the exact tropes that you want in your book, and like literally to the, you know, your exact specifications. But I do think, like, I don't want my romance books to be like that. I don't want it to say on the back, like, an enemies to lovers with one bed and forced proximity. Like, let's just calm down. Just write a story, you know?
Right. And like, write compelling characters. You tropes are a tool that can help carry your story along. Little, like, that's fun. Yeah. Like, some of our favorite romance books.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we talked about this a lot with, I want to say with Allie Hazelwood's second book, which I blocked from my mind. Which one even is that? Love on the Brain. Is that the one we didn't like?
I liked Love on the Brain.
No, I thought that's...
No, Love Theoretically.
I thought that's one we did like.
Yeah, I think we didn't like Love on the Brain.
Yeah. And I think we talked about this a lot because, Allie Hazelwood's second book was like one where it was like, okay, she's clearly just jumping from trope to trope. Like, there's a difference between...
Oh, and that was the one with the girl that was like, Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
Yes, aggressively. Like,
I hated that.
Yeah, that one was not good. But she's
the
come
first
back.
thing that we said in this about... like, so skinny.
Yeah, that was her. But I feel like she's come back from that, and it's like her books still have tropes in them, obviously. So it's not saying don't use tropes, but yeah, sell us the story. Build something around a trope if you must, or like let the tropes happen organically. But yeah, we need to chill with the tropes. Yeah, heavy on that. Okay, our next one is
great opinion.
Yeah, great job. Thank you. From Doll T's Diary. If you like horror, you'll like romance. They follow similar expositions and heavy tropes. Heavy tropes. Yeah, I actually agree with this, and I think you can throw thrillers in there too. They if you like one, you'll like them all. I agree. Again with the tropes.
Yes. Yeah, I think like also horror doesn't always have to mean gory and slasher.
No, yeah.
This was another thing that I saw come up in this on the subreddit was like not all horror is slasher. And so if the thing that's keeping you away from like exploring the horror genre is blood and gore, there are horror books that don't do that.
Absolutely, yeah. So there's so many different types of books. Yeah, I totally agree. So I think this is vice versa. Like, if you like horror, you would like romance. And if you like romance, you actually probably would like horror or thrillers if you found one that was suitable for you. Because, yeah, there's like a formula to them, and they follow like similar pacing and different beats. And normally, you know, have a lot of, I don't know, I feel like a similar vibe in a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great take.
Agree.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that wraps up our conversation about unpopular book opinions.
Yeah. I was trying to think if I had any more, but, you know, probably.
I feel like I share my unpopular opinions.
I know. I learned that me really liking, what's the book? the Allie Hazel one I liked.
She's you liking Not in Love.
Not in Love. I learned that's an unpopular opinion, so thank you for hating on me. You keep me humble. I don't care. I still like it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know you're in a
fun.
reading slump, but have you read anything good recently?
Yes. I finished Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. Again, with Allie. You forced me to read this. I liked it.
Okay.
I don't know how to talk about this book without thinking I'm going to have to cut all of it.
It's very mature subject matter.
Very.
But
I didn't
Here's what I'll ask you.
Yeah.
Did you think, like, I felt that it was earned, though?
Oh, yeah. I just, I didn't enjoy reading some of it, but I did like their relationship. Like, I just think, you know, that's not my flavor of tea that I prefer, but like, their relationship, look, what was I saying? Okay, no, here's the thing. I actually love so much when a character, especially if it's like a male main character, is like, hey, like, you know how I feel, but I'm not going to say it because you're not ready to hear it. Like,
Oh.
I love that. That was this guy. So I really liked that about him. Very like silent, broody type. I liked them. I liked the characters. I really liked all the diving stuff. Look, Allie Hazelwood, I saw someone say that she needs to write a hockey romance, and I'm here to join that plea.
Right.
Allie, because she just like everything's
She's great
so
at like
well
picking a setting.
researched, and yes, it's like so specific, but it feels real. And I really liked learning about. I felt like it was a genuine look into what it would be like to be a college diver,
swimmer and diver.
Yeah, and I liked their like competitions. I liked I liked her
the trips,
the traveling.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say though. The friend, I didn't like her. She was a bad friend. I'm sorry.
No, me either. Horrible friend. I think, and I feel like that came around at the end. But then she was
a little too forgiving of her, in my opinion. And the guy, honestly, that was his flaw, because he was like, "Yeah, come stay on my couch. I know you're going through a hard time." I would be like, "I'm sorry, no. I like you. Like, me and you are sleeping together. You're not having your ex-girlfriend come sleep on your couch. I'm sorry. Like, she surely has someone else that she could talk to, you know? Yeah. And if not, that's her problem. So, or she can come stay with me. We're friends. Why is she staying with you? Anyways. Right. But other than that, I did like it, even though, some of it I was like, this is like too much secondhand embarrassment. This is what we're talking about. I can't include any of this. Oh my god. Whatever edited version they get.
One thing that I didn't find true to life about the book was they're in college.
Yeah, that's so true.
I feel like we're way too emotionally intelligent, and like
I feel
especially
also
the guy, I forget his name.
Yeah. He was way too emotionally intelligent.
Like he was, I don't know. Way
Sven, I don't know.
Like he was way too.
I felt this is sometimes
aware and like
what happens in books that are trying to be woke a little bit. Similar vibe to this.
Oh, that's a woke, this PC bull crap.
No, but when there's like a 15-year-old or something. Okay, no, this is the Heartstopper problem too. I love Heartstopper, but they'll be like, "Mom, I'm gay," and the mom's response will be like the most woke, like appropriate response,
trauma informed, emotionally regulated.
Great. That is great to read about. But it doesn't feel very real. That's how I felt with them. So I do feel like that was a little bit of a leap of jump of stretch of the imagination. But I did really like their love story. I related to the main character a little bit in some ways with like control issues. She was relatable, I felt like, and her like mental health struggles were like really interesting, and I liked their dynamic, and I liked it. Allie Hazelwood hockey romance when, please.
Yeah. I think she'd do a great hockey romance.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about hockey romance that sets them apart from other sports romances?
You know, because they can legally fight each other. That's really hot.
Yeah. I think that's
part and it's like, what you got going on under all those pads? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to read football. Like, I don't want some guy with CTE, you know? Like, I'm sure, obviously, they're punching each other in the face. They might have it, too, in hockey, but it doesn't have the same baggage as, like, the NFL. Also, Canadian. I have so many thoughts about the hockey romances.
The hockey world.
Yeah. So, I would love that of you, Allie Hazelwood. What have you read recently?
I read a couple things worth mentioning. Well, I read Famous Last Words.
Oh, yeah.
Which you mentioned that you'd read on our last episode.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good. And like up until the end, I was like, oh my God, how is this going to work out?
I know.
Like, I hope it works out. Like,
did it make you think, this is why I actually genuinely would like also Zach to read it and come on the pod to talk about it, because I was like, okay, how long would you hold out hope for your husband if he did, like if Zach did this, would you be like, I still love him. I know it doesn't go away overnight, but this is 5 years later. And you 7. Think your husband's like 7. Yeah, sorry, that was 5. 7 years later, your husband's like a domestic terrorist and he might be dead. Like, would you still be like holding the candle? I probably would.
Because she's like, I just don't believe, like, first of all, I don't know the whole story. I don't believe everything that went down. Or like,
no, totally.
I get it.
I do too. Like, I think that would be so hard to, in general. I think about when, like, if someone goes missing, like, it would be so hard for me to, like, ever move on, because it's like, there is always going to be that part of you that would wonder, like, what if they come back? Like, after 7 years, probably he's not coming back, but what if he does come back and you're, like, remarried to someone? Like, that's horrible. So I don't know. Yeah. It's just crazy to me to think about. Anyways.
Well, I really enjoyed it. And I thought it was the other book, not her first, but the other book we read, Wrong Place, Wrong Time. It's like more about the main characters, like the love of a mother. And I feel like this one is really more about like the love of a partner.
Yeah, totally.
And like
and
loyalty.
Also like the sister and like I just like that whole dynamic.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Yeah.
The other thing I read was You Didn't Hear This From Me by Kelsey McKinney, the former host of Normal Gossip. It was good. Okay. It's like a collection of different essays about gossip, the history of gossip, the uses of gossip, and I recommend. It was really nice and a slower read, and it's nonfiction. It's more like expository kind of situation, but I liked it.
Cute. Love it. Great stuff.
Well, that concludes our episode. Thanks for listening. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.